right, what's happening, guys? This is a video that was requested. People wanted to know what tools do I recommend for doing YouTube. So we're doing the YouTube business tools tier list, essentially, right? So different business related tools that I use on YouTube, or that I've tried, or maybe I've heard other people try, and I didn't hear good things, et cetera, right? And I got to do this video very quickly because I have 4 or 5 calls in a row here in a little bit. So we're going to go through this very quickly. I'm not going to really explain too much on these. If you have any questions on any of them, you want to know further on some of them, or if there's some tools that you want to hear about that I didn't include in this video, then go ahead and let me know. vidIQ, this is a YouTube SEO and kind of just like a YouTube helper tool in general. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. It's going to go in S tier. TubeBuddy, it is kind of very similar to vidIQ, but it's just not as good. I used to use it for split testing, but now YouTube has native split testing, so it's just not nearly as useful. I'm going to go ahead and put it in B tier. It's still pretty good, though, honestly. Okay, let's go. Kartra, I really like Kartra. This is kind of like an all-in-one software. They do email marketing. You can set up like landing pages. You can even it has a really good affiliate system. That's one of the biggest things is the affiliate system. Kartra is honestly just a really solid tool. I'm going to go ahead and put it into A tier. You can also host your course on it as well. So it's kind of another one of those tools that tries to do everything, but it really does do a good job. Claude is my absolute favorite AI software, especially for writing to use. I think Claude is absolutely phenomenal for writing scripts and coming up with ideas. ChatGPT has been consistently really good since the beginning. Once in a while, something will overtake ChatGPT, and then a week later, they come out with another one and it's better. So I'm not going to switch every single week, right? So I just want something that I can stick with. ChatGPT has been consistently good. I use it for tasks that don't involve writing. So I use Claude far, far more than ChatGPT. But whenever there's something that is a little more complex, I like to use ChatGPT. It's still really good. I'll put it in A tier. Notion, this is kind of an organizational tool. A lot of other people have said great things about it. I personally I've tried to use it like 3 or 4 times. I don't like it. I just like using Google Sheets, right? That's what I use with Google Doc, right? Google Sheets, Google Doc, and the Google Suite. I'm going to put Google Doc in S tier. I think it's just so useful. I mean, it's free. It's completely free. So why not use it, right? Let's go over okay, another one that's really good for keywords and like doing research for videos along with vidIQ is vidIQ and Keywords Everywhere. Keywords Everywhere is absolutely phenomenal. Love using it for research. Asana is great for organizing your videos. You can use the Kanban board and you can drag videos from, video idea, writing the intro, thumbnail and title, writing the script, recording the video, editing the video. You can drag it along at each step of the way, and you can have it automatically send emails to people, or you can zap it into Slack where people will get automatically messaged in Slack. So it's just super useful. Really, really love Asana. It's also just extremely intuitive to use. Let's see, is there any other ones that are kind of for organization on here? Yeah, ClickUp is really good too. I like ClickUp. Social Bee is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and put it in B tier later. These are social media scheduling software. They're pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Adobe Suite is great, especially for Photoshop. Photoshop is almost a non-negotiable. You pretty much have to use Photoshop for the thumbnails. You can use something as simple as Canva, which I do really love Canva. I think it's great as well. I'm going to put it in A tier. You can use something as simple as Canva, but you already have to have good thumbnail templates if you're going to do that. So if you have a good thumbnail template, you can use Canva. But generally speaking, Photoshop is the way to go for thumbnails. OBS, this is for recording your screen. It's for automatically recording yourself, so that you don't have to take out a memory card and then plug it into your computer and then discover that the audio sucks, right? You can just test it, record yourself, listen to the 30-second test clip, and then record it, and then it just goes straight into your computer, which is phenomenal. Absolutely love OBS. It's also free. So what can what more can you ask for? Otter.ai is really good because you can basically summarize videos that you see. So you can summarize videos like a VSL or a video that you send it, or even a file. You can literally drop a file in there and it'll give you a transcript of the video. So super, super useful. Calendly is great, of course, for scheduling calls. I love Calendly. I mean, I guess there's a lot of scheduling software out of there, so I'm not going to put it in S tier, but it's the one I use, and it's pretty good. ClickFunnels, it's been around forever. What can I say? It's really good. They've got the awards, and it's just a very solid product. Again, there's a lot of products out there. Go High Level is pretty good as well. Lead Pages is pretty good. And yeah, I'll put Lead Pages up there as well. ClickFunnels is the one I use. I guess I'll put it in A tier because, like I said, it's the one I use, but you can use a lot of different ones. But Lead Pages is pretty good too. And then let's see. On that same note, Webflow is quite good as well. But like I said, ClickFunnels is the one I use, so take it for what it is. It's easy just to stick with one. Of course, Zoom. Hey, we all use Zoom, right? I use that to talk with my team. Kajabi is really good for hosting your course. A lot of people say great things about Kajabi. Monday.com is another one for keeping things organized and contacting your team and stuff like that. But I like to use Asana. That's my favorite one. ConvertKit is really good for emails. It's a very solid option. StreamYard is phenomenal if you're streaming, of course. But if you're not streaming, who cares? But yeah, it's great if you're streaming. HubSpot is a very, very complicated CRM that I would not recommend unless you are very advanced. Jasper is a good writing software. It's especially good for writing copy. I just personally prefer Claude. I think Claude is just my absolute favorite. Descript is a great video editing software. It's very easy to use. You can actually edit by the words. And then the thing I love about Descript is actually my number one favorite feature of Descript is the eye contact feature. So if you ever have any issues where you accidentally looked at your script while you were recording and it just looks bad, right? You can actually use Descript to edit your eye contact so that your eyes stay right there. Now, I do not recommend using that feature for the entire video. You're going to look like a creepy doll if you do that. But with that being said, really love Descript for that feature. And it's also quite easy to use. So it's good for like a newbie when it comes to software that you can use. Speaking of that, my absolute favorite newbie software for editing is CapCut. Unfortunately, CapCut got banned for a few days with a TikTok ban. But it is the best newbie editing software. I mean, if you're brand new to editing, just use CapCut. It is so easy that you could teach the oldest person in your family how to use it. Absolutely love it. Repurpose.io. I've heard really good things about this, and I've used it a little bit. I've heard good things about it. There's a couple of different software that claim to do it, and I feel like they're all kind of BSing. Basically, what this does is you have a podcast, and it'll automatically like repurpose the clips from the podcast to other platforms. None of them do a very good job of it. I would say this one does the best job, so I'm going to put it in A tier, but none of them do a very good job, right? LastPass is great. I use this as the password manager. I think there's a lot of them, but we use LastPass. It's annoying sometimes, but it's pretty good. And then ActiveCampaign is the email marketing software we use. We really like it. I've heard pretty good things about ConvertKit as well, so I'd probably use one of those two, but we use ActiveCampaign. Deadline Funnel is one that I tried a little bit. I didn't really like it all that much. Capwing is a really easy kind of editing software where you can like share with people. I think I'm going to put it into B tier. It's pretty good. This is actually supposed to be Webinar Jam, not ever Webinar. So apologies for that. But yeah, Webinar Jam, we like using it. Sometimes we use Zoom actually instead of Webinar Jam for webinars. So yeah, I would say like Webinar Jam and Zoom. If you're using them specifically for webinars, I actually like these two. Sometimes Zoom is better just because people are more likely to show up because they think it's like, oh, it's a Zoom call. Like I'm gonna literally get to talk directly with this influencer or whatever over Zoom. That's pretty cool. But Webinar Jam, it's easier to like keep the statistics and stuff. So this was supposed to be Webinar Jam. Oh yeah, and then Content Calendar. Okay, so Content Calendar, it's another one where I think it's good, but I'll go ahead and put it here. But I just personally think that people should just use Asana, a very simple organization system, and then just manually upload things because you'll actually get punished on a lot of the platforms if you try to upload using some kind of software. So I don't recommend doing that. All right, and then system .io. I think this one's good, but it's I don't know. It's not that it's not one that I write home about. And then there's one that I forgot to put on here. It's Go High Level. I actually do like Go High Level a lot. I would put it on the same level as ClickFunnels. So we use ClickFunnels, and I'd put Go High Level on the same level. It's actually quite good. It's basically an all-in-one software. You can do just about everything with it. Email marketing, you can set up pages, you can set up follow-up. I mean, it's just like all kinds of really cool stuff on Go High Level. It's almost like a business in a box. And same thing with ClickFunnels. So yeah, those two are really good. And yeah, these are the ones that we use. Just kind of giving you my opinion on which ones I like. Like honestly, all these are good. Just as an example, like Notion, you might think Notion is the best thing. It might be S tier for you, but for me, I've tried it a few times, and I think that you waste a lot of time, organizing things. Like the whole purpose of organizing and systemizing things is to save time. And I see a lot of people that use Notion that it seems to me like they're actually wasting more time than they save when they use Notion. Right. So for me, it's a C tier, but for you, it might be absolute S tier. So just because I put some of these in C tier, like HubSpot, for instance, if you're a $100 million company, you're probably using HubSpot. But for people at my level, it doesn't really make sense. And people at most levels, it doesn't make sense. Right. So yeah, this is my list. Let me know what you think about these. Let me know if there's any others that you think I should go over next time. Maybe I'll make this list again, and comment below. And, next time I go over them, I'll make sure to include those on the list. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Oh, and by the way, if you want to learn how to grow and make money on YouTube like I've done and my clients have done, that's exactly what I do. I teach YouTube for busy business owners because a lot of people want to start YouTube, but they think it's going to take too much time. So I teach you how to start YouTube and spend less than 4 hours a week. I teach you how you can make an entire month's worth of content in one day, or sometimes even less than a day, right? So if you are interested in that, go ahead, book a call in the description and the pinned comment below. We will diagnose your issues. We'll give you, we'll figure out what you want to do and what your goal is. We'll give you a roadmap to get to your goal. And then we'll see if we are a good fit to work together. It'll be the most valuable 45 minutes you spend on your business this year. So book a call in the description and the pinned comment below, and I'll see you there.